Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today's video will be extremely important for pretty much everybody. It doesn't matter if you're a new skater, an average skater, or a good skater, you will inevitably get scared to do a trick. Now sometimes this is a good thing. Like if you're trying to do something way out of your skill range, you should be scared. Like you shouldn't be trying that at all. It's just a bad idea. Now most people are scared of one main thing when they skate, and that's getting hurt. And I mean understandably so. Getting hurt just hurts. But after watching this video, you'll understand how to get over your fears. Just keep in mind it'll take some time and practice on your part for them to fully go away. So if you're struggling to commit to dropping in, landing a trick, or having a serious long-term relationship, this video will help you. So before the video even begins, you already know you should smash the like button for YouTube algorithm. And once you do, let me guide you and tell you all the things that will take the fear right out of you. Number 1. Blow beer boobs. Oh wait, wrong channel. Number 1. Mastering the basics. You don't build a house from the top down. You first must lay a foundation, and the same applies to skateboarding. You not only need to learn how to push your board, turn, and stop, but you also need to be good enough at it so that when you're skating, it comes as second nature to you. And I know there's already going to be someone who's like, you don't even know that? I was doing tray flips, kick flips on my first day. And to that I have to say, good job dude, here's your golden star. But for everybody else, learning the basics first will vastly improve your balance and confidence on your skateboard. And once you have the basics down, learning tricks will come a lot faster to you, and you will be less likely to develop bad habits. Number 2. Learn how to fall. All people aren't the only ones that need to learn how to fall safely without throwing a disc or becoming a part of the next Life Alert commercial.
And I can't get up!
Yes, you can! Just do it!
Skaters do too. Falling while riding your board is just an inevitable part of skating, be it to a rock or because you sent it off a roof 14 beers deep. But standing safely can be a difference between ending up in hospital and praying that your aunt will pull the plug for your insurance money, or getting back on your board and trying again. First, never fall if your arms fully extended or locked. This is pretty much the worst case scenario. You can break your wrist, your elbow, or even worse, you might knock your right hand out of commission for a bit. And I know you definitely don't want that. So what you should do instead is just leave your wrist, your elbow, and your shoulders at an angle that when you fall, your body should act like a spring to absorb the blow. You don't want to land on a single part of your body, such as just your knee or just your wrist. This is pretty much going to cause it to break 100% of the time. So if you know you're going to fall, try to divide the damage out evenly to prevent bad injuries. Focus on trying to roll your body and keep the momentum going instead of just landing straight on the ground and taking all the impact all at once. And also, the most important thing is tucking your head. You always want to tuck your head, or at least try to prevent your head from hitting the ground at all possibilities. Yeah, it is the hardest bone in your body, but you also don't want it to the ground, because if you do, you're most likely going to get some brain injury, and that is the worst kind of injury you can get. Number 3. Start small and build up. Rome wasn't built in a day. It was built by a man who killed his brother and then slowly built it into an empire led by 7 kings who forced slaves to do manual labor in miserable conditions. Skating must be approached with the same mindset, not involving the slaves, although that would be interesting, but rather a slow, gradual build-up of your abilities and skills. Attempting an ollie over flat ground versus over 15 stairs are completely different. Start small on flat ground, then progress into ollieing over something, and then maybe try a stair or two. Starting small will build up your confidence, so when you're eventually ready to attempt something new and bigger than you've ever done before, you'll be coming into it with a lot more experience and also a lot less fear. Number 4. Take a fall. Sometimes you just gotta feel it to not be scared of it. Now this is a bit of a weird one that I personally do sometimes unintentionally, but sometimes if you just take a fall, you'll realize that the pain is not as bad as you thought it was, or that you can just handle it, causing you to go back with more confidence than before. Now this is a bit of a double-edged sword though, because sometimes it actually hurts a lot more than you expected it to, and then you just don't want to do it ever again. But my rule of thumb is if the pain goes away within a few minutes, or less than that, you're good to go again. Taking a fall, especially when you don't expect it, will also give you a bit of an adrenaline rush, causing you to totally forget about the fear you had before going into it. So try it out sometimes, even if you don't do it on purpose. Number 5. Wear padding. Yeah, I know it might look lame because that's not what all the pros wear, but let me tell you, if the areas you are most scared of hurting, aka your shins, knees, elbows, hands, head, are all padded up and covered, you will 100% feel more confident and will also be a lot less likely to hurt yourself. Now in general, skaters that wear pads and helmets are either old vert guys or kids, and most skaters won't be caught dead wearing gear. Why, you may ask? Well, mostly because it removes a part of the grit in skateboarding, and it makes it easier. But the only people that care about what other people wear when they skate are the same people that care about, I don't know. But at the end of the day, the choice is yours. And if you want to wear protection when skating, good for you. Not only because you're not going to be getting hurt, but also because it would actually give you a bit more confidence. Like, it's pretty much guaranteed. And don't worry about people making fun of you, because 99% of the time, no one will actually say anything. Number 6. Condition your subconscious mind not to be scared. Just hear me out on this one. It might sound like a bit of a crazy theory, but it actually does have a bit of validity to it. Now, I don't want to sound like a psychology class, so I'm going to sum this up pretty quickly. In 1920, there was an experiment done called the Little Albert experiment. It was testing classical conditioning by teaching a perfectly normal baby to be scared of a white rabbit. What they would do is show the baby different things, such as monkeys, bunnies, rats, toys, whatever. But whenever they would show a white rat, they would make loud noises to scare the baby. At the end of the experiment, the baby was trained to be scared of white rats. It's kind of fucked up, right? But how does this apply to skateboarding? And how will it help you overcome fear? Well, let's replace the white rat with an action that you do. It's just tapping your board 3 times, or saying something, or having a lucky shirt. And then replace the loud banging noises of you doing something well and not being scared, or just correlating it to confidence. So all you need to do is tap your board, put on your lucky shirt, or do whatever little ritual you do, and then do something that you're already good at, or just something that'll give you a confidence boost. If you do this enough times, it will train yourself to have fear literally disappear whenever you do that little ritual. Now, I bet a lot of you are pretty skeptical right now, but this does actually work. Like, look at this video of someone getting trained to have their eyes correlate the sound of a buzzer with the lights turning off. And when they hear the buzzer and the lights don't turn off, their eyes dilate. You can even see this with your own pets when you open the bag of their food and they instantly know what it is and they start drooling and trying to get the food from you. Number 7, get some friends to hype you up or listen to music that hypes you up. This is kind of like the last one because all it is just a mental game. But having a bunch of homies hype you up before you do something you're scared shitless of doing is the ultimate way to send it. And even if you fall, you have everyone around you to support you. It's like, who knew peer pressure works this well? Sometimes something as simple as a group countdown can help you tremendously with getting over the initial hesitation of doing a trick. And you can do the same thing when listening to music. A thing I like to do is time up the bass drop with the trick. The build up before the bass drop kind of acts like a countdown for you, so that way you're forced to do a trick when the bass drops. And also, it's a lot more satisfying when you ride away with Blueface talking about his crippin'.
Give a fuck if he like it, but he gon' respect his crippin'.
But skating with friends is honestly the way to go though. And if there's someone you don't know at the skate park, don't be afraid to ask them for tips. Many skaters will be glad to help you out, as they all know how frustrating it can be to learn a new trick. And if you have a friend that's into skateboarding, well, then just go out together. Even if you're both just starting out, you can observe each other and point out what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right. And it also just makes skateboarding so much more fun. And seeing your friend land a trick is very motivating for you to do it yourself. Number 8, don't overthink, or just don't think. This one can't really be taught, it's just something you have to understand. One of the things you need to do when you're sending massive stuff is just learn to turn your brain off. Now this may seem a bit contradictory, like how are you supposed to land something if you're not thinking? But when you're 10 feet in the air, freaking out, thinking about how you didn't expect to get this high, the chances of you landing it are very slim. When you overthink, your muscles will react to your thoughts and tighten up. Thinking too much will just hold you back, so you need to find a way to let go. You need to achieve a sort of flow state where your mind is clear and your body does all the thinking. And once you reach the feeling of flow state in general, when you skate, your skating ability will improve drastically. Number 9, watch some skateboarding videos. Remember that it's okay to step away and not do something that you're too scared to do, or just got hurt doing. But what you should do in that situation is just go watch some skateboard videos. And I'm not just telling you that because I want you to watch more of my videos. But I mean, if you do, like, go ahead, feel free. I'm not gonna stop you or anything, but you know, but watching people skate, and especially pros skate, will actually make you better at skateboarding. It's kind of like watching somebody be really good at a video game. If you watch what they do and the way they move, some of it will rub off on you, and sometimes it's really all it takes. So if you aren't feeling it one day, just take a break, watch some other people skate, and maybe take a nap and see if you're up for it then. Number 10, don't be scared to skate in public. Many beginner skateboarders fear skating in public. This fear comes at all ages. And yeah, skateboarding is a little bit awkward when you first start out, but you really have to just let go of what others think. No skater's gonna laugh at you because we're all there at once. Everybody that skates knows how hard it is to learn. They know it takes persistence and dedication to get better. And if a skater actually mocks you, well then they're just a jerk, and you should ignore them. You're there for you and nobody else. Now, if people that don't skate mock you, that's a different story. You can either ignore them again or just practice in a spot that's less crowded. Early mornings at skate parks, tennis courts, or your own driveway, or just empty parking lots are great. You'll have a smooth surface to practice on, and you don't have to worry about what others think. You can just do whatever you want. To sum it all up, the only way to learn new tricks and progress is to commit yourself to landing your tricks. You will fall. It's inevitable, and it's a part of skateboarding. Many people quit skateboarding because they hurt themselves trying tricks they just aren't ready for. So don't skip the basics. Make sure you have proper balance and control, because skipping the basics will make learning how to skateboard a whole lot harder for you. And don't care about what other people think. You skate for you and nobody else. Also, remember that fear is perfectly normal and shouldn't always be ignored. Ask yourself if you're actually ready to commit, or you're just better off trying something else first. Now go out there and commit. Make that small victory and keep on progressing. If you made it this far into the video, thank you. I hope you liked it. And if you did like it, go ahead and leave it a like. And also leave a comment and let me know what you do to stop your fear in skateboarding. And if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe, because I'm uploading videos every Saturday morning. And if you don't know if you want to subscribe yet, well, there's some videos on the screen right now that you can click on, and hopefully that'll help you decide. Anyway, that's all I have for this week. Thanks for watching.